Yeah, I think
Okay.
we're good.
Okay. Are we good now?
I think so.
All right. Okay. Serena, can you please introduce yourself? Tell us what your name is, a little background about you, and then we'll go into online teaching stuff after that.
Okay. Okay. Well, I am a mother of two children. They're school age children. I was a military spouse for about 10 years. I went to school to be a nutrition and fitness person, actually. And I went on to get my master's in exercise science. But I became a military spouse and moved to a place where I could not practice. So I became a dedicated stay at home military spouse. And then I became a mother. And then after the military broke my husband's body, he retired and we moved back to Missouri. I live in a suburb of St. Louis, Missouri, where I am a stay at home hustler, I guess. Not like a pimp hustler, but like I'm trying to do all of the things while working at home. I am a lover of history. I read a book every single night. My favorite genre is historical fiction, and I love historical costuming.
So fun. So fun. And if you guys have correct questions for Serena, I tried to put your name and questions together. If you have questions for Serena throughout, please ask them and we can put them in. But okay, so it's so exciting to talk to you. I love talking
Yeah.
to people. So you work from home. Can you kind of talk about what you do, how you got started, and all those things?
Sure. I guess I will go back to how I even got started teaching online. We moved to a home and I wanted to do projects at home. I didn't have a job. My son just started kindergarten. So both of my children were now in school for about 8 hours a day. I wanted to spend $4,000 on a home improvement. And my husband's like, no, we're not spending $4,000. And I'm like, well, I'm going to go earn the money myself. And so that's what I did. I signed on to be an online teacher, starting out with VIP Kid. I did that every morning for about a year and a half. And then actually you and Rachel talked me into jumping into Outschool last year during the pandemic. And now I'm solely only teaching with Outschool. I'm teaching my passion, history, which is crazy because I didn't go to school for history. And besides doing online teaching, I have my own YouTube channel. I am currently not monetized yet on YouTube, but hopefully I will get paid someday through YouTube. And I have my own blog that I'm helping out school teachers. And then I opened up last winter a enamel pin business that supports history nerds and Outlander nerds like me. So that is what I'm doing. I am thinking about starting another YouTube channel all about my historical costuming and my book stuff that I like to do.
That's so cool. That's so cool. One of the comments I loved was when you said, well, I'll just earn it myself and I'll just show you. And I love that. And it was probably really motivating for you to really jump in with both feet and be successful with working from home teaching online because you had a goal and you were ready to go.
Mhm.
And I think it's so fun that you are able to teach online, have your Etsy shop, teach for Outschool, and it's all things that you're passionate about. It's so
Yes.
cool. It's
Yes.
so cool. And the fact that you get to teach history and you didn't go to school for history is really, really cool. I think that's so cool.
Mhm.
You get to teach your passion. And
Yes.
just really quickly, because I also teach for VIP Kid and Outschool, do you want to talk about a little bit for a second the difference in scheduling with the companies, just in case those here know a little bit about each, but maybe they don't know about time of day you can work.
Sure.
I think that kind of plays into what you are
Yeah.
doing and why you made a change.
Yes. So VIP Kid, their customer base are Chinese, students that want to learn English. And so, of course, they hire North American teachers, but we have to teach on the Chinese students' schedule. So that is about a 12-hour difference from where I live. So I would teach very, very early in the morning. I would get up at sometimes 3 a.m. and teach at 4, and I would teach from 4 to 7. And that would be my chunk of teaching. I that exhausted me, but the pay was good and I didn't mind it and I was filled with my schedule. And then I picked up Outschool and I was able to not only choose my own schedule, I didn't have to, and I could do both VIP Kid and Outschool because Outschool had more of a flexibility, whereas VIP Kid, it was like just like either really, really early in the morning or evenings for me. And then things changed in the VIP Kid world. I was no longer getting a filled schedule. Like I had a Swiss cheese schedule where I would be getting up at 4 a.m. to teach 2 classes. I would get paid, I don't know, I forget, like $24 for that one hour. Whereas with Outschool, I was starting so much higher. So after the pay stuff happened with VIP Kid, I decided it's no longer worth my time. My time is more valuable if I slept in and worked while my kids were at school. So that's why I made the move.
I like that a lot because you're not only working from home, but you're a mother, you're a full-time mom, you have your kids. So the flexibility that you have now, I mean, you had a little bit of wiggle room with VIP Kid, but the flexibility you have with Outschool, I think is really, really great for busy moms who want to work from home. It could be a really great option. Really quickly, I want to check the comments before we jump into our next question. Rachel from Merciful Mornings said, yes, want the money, make it happen. Yes. I think this popped up when you were talking about, I'm going to make that $4,000. Oh, we got a couple more. I'm so close to being done with VIP Kid. Yes. There's a time and a season for everything. And if VIP Kid works for you and it works in the season, do it. But if the season is done, maybe reevaluate. Oh, Sirena is my inspiration.
Oh,
so fun. So fun. Okay, so the next question is, what's your daily routine right now? I know it varies a little bit for you because you don't teach every single morning or every single night, but maybe kind of give us a general routine that you do. I think people are curious, especially if they don't currently work from home and they're interested, like how in the world do you try to do your days?
Yeah. Well, so since I am teaching, that is earning me income, but I'm also trying to build up my side businesses. I am not putting a whole lot of time into teaching, although I would be getting paid much more. I currently only teach about 1 to 2 hours a day. And I found with my audience on Outschool, I usually teach either at 11, 1, 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. Those are just the only times that I teach. The only times that I teach 2 classes would be on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, are the only time that I double up on classes, and they're not like back-to-back classes either. So I currently, I wake up at 6:45, which is awesome, after spending a year and a half with the VIP Kid. And I get my kids ready for school. I take my kids to school at 8 o'clock. I come back by 8:40 and I sit on the computer until my class is either at 11, 1, or 6. During those time periods, I am not cleaning. I'm not doing mommy stuff or wife stuff. I am on the computer either scripting out videos for my YouTube channel, helping other fellow Outschool teachers, or creating or designing my enamel pins. Right now, I am hand sewing a 18th century jacket, so that has been taking up some of my time as well. And then I work until probably about 2:50, and 2:50 I go pick up my kids, and although I should stop for the day, I might come back at 4 and maybe finish up about 20 minutes, but then I'm done. on my computer until if I have to teach at 6 or at 7 o'clock. So I'm
Oh,
super flexible. I could teach more, but I choose not to because my other things have to take my time.
yeah. I really like that. I think that was a really good, I'm a very visual person. And the way you described, okay, I work on this, I work on my YouTube scripting, I work on my your 18th century costume making, your enamel pens. I love that because I'm a very visual person and I can picture, oh, she takes the kids to school, she comes back, and you got, I guess you time block that work time. I think as a fellow work from home mom, the days that I truly time block are the days I'm the most productive because I make myself stick to just work stuff when it's work time. And I try to stick to anything I'm scheduling out. Don't go do the work thing while I'm cooking dinner.
Yeah.
Cook dinner and do the work in my time that I've set aside.
Sometimes it's hard working at home because currently I have a whole sink full of dishes that didn't get done last night. And I'm trying to make myself not do it. So I'm not going in my kitchen until lunchtime today because it'll make me feel, although it'll only take me about 20 minutes, but then I switch from work head to mom wife head. It's hard to come back from that.
Yes. Yes. Oh, I like that so much. That's something that I really struggled with when I started helping refer other teachers is not commenting to every email and
Mhm.
every message the second it hits my phone. And some days I'm great at it and some days I'm not. But that to me it can be a distraction because
Oh,
if I'm
definitely.
doing my mom time and I'm replying to every single email, the next thing I
Mhm.
know, the only thing that got done was emails. And
Yes.
yes, so I definitely think that,
I had to turn off my notifications, like my Gmail notifications, my Facebook and my Instagram notifications, and I only check them at certain times. And so that's why if you do like send me any messages or anything, it may be a while because I was noticing I would be there with my kids in the afternoon, like typing, and my daughter would be talking about this. I'm like, okay, hold on, Catalina, hold on. And that's a bad example. That's telling my daughter that I'm choosing my phone over her. And I didn't want to do that.
yeah, I've definitely done that and felt
Mhm.
that. And when I
Yes.
catch myself, I'm like, ah,
Like I can't.
don't do
Yeah.
that. Don't do that. Okay, let's see if we have any other comments really quick before we jump into our next question. Oh, being intentional with your time is crucial when working from home. Um,
Mhm.
Rachel, actually, of Merciful Mornings, she helps me be better at managing my time. She really does. She has a lot of tips and things on that. And we talked about it a little bit in her interview. And I think it's so great because I think you said some of the same things that we've talked about. It's just, yes, being intentional or blocking out time to work. So, 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 so important. So important. Okay. If anyone was interested in getting started teaching online, do you have any tips of maybe how to get started for anyone who's like, what do I do? Where do
What
I
do I
go?
do? What
What
do I
would I
do?
do?
I would
Mhm.
first do market research. Whether you choose to go VIP Kid or Outschool or whatnot, get on that platform and read. Like, what are the expectations? What Have a plan on what you were going to do. So with my VIP Kid, when I first started, like I applied for it and I'm like, okay, I think I know what I need to do. But I was like, oh man, I have to be really like, whoa, like have to be a preschool teacher at 3 o'clock in the morning. Um, had I known that, I would probably prepared myself a little bit more. I would definitely watch YouTube videos to watch other people's experiences with that company before you go all in. And if you were to go to Outschool, I would first think about a thing that you can talk about for at least 30 minutes or more, and then do market research, and then jump in and grab a mentor for sure that has been there before you.
Oh, so many good things, so many good things. Because if you're jumping in to working from home, whether you decide to be affiliated with a company or start on your own, you have to know what you're getting into. or
Yes.
else you can't be successful. Well, I'm not saying you can't. I didn't word that well. You
Mhm.
can be successful if you are trying, for sure. No matter what route you go, you can be successful, but you will have an easier time and be more successful faster if you have done research. I think that's so great. Get a
Yes.
mentor, do your research, figure out if it's a fit for you, your family. Oh, so good.
I'm
So
all
good.
about prepping, like prepping to see. And I'm one of those people that ask a million questions and get like I'm like that mom at the PTO meeting that is annoying because I want all the clarifying questions before I commit to anything,
Yes.
for sure.
I I feel like I am that way too. I like to know all the details. I was the
Mhm.
obnoxious one in college who was in the front row asking all the questions, and everyone's like, "Can we move on? Stop asking questions, Skyline." I'm like, "My grade, I care about my grade, but I have to
Right.
understand. I have to know what we're doing." So, just because I have developed a passion for incorporating health and wellness. I just want to ask briefly, where are you at? Where do you feel that that falls
Mhm.
for you? Whether it's something, are there things you want to work on? Are there things that you're good at? Just because I think overall health really matters when we are working from home because we're the mom, we're our own boss, we're a wife, we're the house cleaner, we're all the things.
We're all
So
the things.
how do you
Definitely.
try to or would like to incorporate healthy habits
Yeah.
and things like that?
Yeah, so I mean, I am very concerned about my nutrition. Of course, I studied nutrition and exercise. I One of my jobs when I was a military spouse, I was actually a Zumba fitness instructor, and I loved Zumba and I loved dancing. But then I had children, and my children were big fat babies. I'm only 5'3", and my babies were about 10 pounds. So I had my babies, I had C-sections, and then I started having back pain. And then it turns out that my babies caused a herniated disc. So I have like really bad back pain that exercising for me is a no-go anymore. So I kind of switched that from, okay, if I can't exercise and stay physically fit, then I can nurture my body in is the best ways I can. And the ways that I do that is I am very intentional when I cook our meals that we include lots of fruits and vegetables. We're not just eating pizza. Well, I have an autistic son and he just eats pizza, but the rest of the family, we eat a variety of good, nutritious foods. Because of my back pain, I cannot sit in a 90-degree angle for a long time. So I sit on a exercise ball while I work. I stand while I teach. I have a like a foam roller that I stretch at every night because my muscles can get tight because I'm kind of overcompensating for my chronic back pain. And I also have like an S hook thing that I stretch myself out with. But the physical fitness stuff is just unfortunately can't happen.
That's okay. I love all the things that you just said because sometimes I think people think, oh, I have to
Lift
exercise all the
weights.
time and lift weights all the time to be healthy. And that's not the case. Nutrition affects so many things.
Totally, totally.
Movement and flexibility, you bouncing on the ball or standing or stretching, all of those things are so good for your body. So I love that. I love
Mhm.
that. And the fact that you, even though you don't have a degree in history and you teach history, you have a degree in nutrition and you use it
Mhm.
every day of your
Mhm.
life.
That's like
That's
the
so
only time
cool.
that I'm actually getting like my money's worth out of my expensive degrees.
I love it. I love it. No, I think that's so cool. And I love I love the community that you can find in online teaching or working from home. You can find the community. So if you're looking for community and support and working from home, you will find it. You
Mhm.
will find it. If you're doing your research and you are looking, you will find it. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I will be adding below this video all of Serena's information. So if anything she talked about interests you, especially on her website. I've got it. Wait one second. It's right here. SincerelySerena.com. She has so many helpful tools for online teachers. It blows my mind. It blows my mind. I feel like all of the tech side of things that I am beginning to learn to incorporate into Outschool classes, Sirena has amazing instructional videos about how to use so many tools. So I go to her content to learn things. So you guys, if you
Aw,
want to
thank
learn
you.
something, Sirena is so wonderful. I will, again, I'll put her website below. I'll put all of her things. She's on Pinterest. She's on Instagram. She's on YouTube. She's all the places as Sincerely Serena, but we'll put the official, all her official things below. If you ever have questions for Sirena, you can comment on this video and we'll make sure that she gets them. You can email her, infosincerelyserena@gmail.com. Yeah, and again, if you are catching this later, please, if you have any questions, share them below. I always feel like I learn something every time I chat with someone or interview someone. I feel like I knew that you had a degree in nutrition, but you reminded me. I'm like, I feel like I
I
knew
mean,
that.
if you watch my videos and see the content that I make, you would not think that you would probably think that I would be a nutrition teacher. Because I did teach nutrition after college, but that's no longer my passion. And that's why I
Right.
love Outschool because I don't have to teach about nutrition if I don't
Yeah.
want to.
Oh, I love it. Love it so much. So if you have any questions or you just feel like Serena could be someone that you can learn from, check out all her things. Check out all her things. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so
Thanks
much.
for taking time to talk.
Yes, thank you for coming. I hope that you all find this helpful. Really, the whole point of doing these interviews is so that when you're doing research and you're trying to see how people do things and what they do working from home, that is what this is all about. So thank you. This was so helpful. Thank you, guys. Bye.